is the appearance day and the birthday of my beloved friend and mentor, Srila Sadhu Maharaj from Vrindavan. And I was so inspired, and I was meditating about one of those most beautiful verses in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, and I want to dedicate this class to my beloved Gurudev, Srila Anantadas Babaji Maharaj, and also to Srila Sadhu Maharaj, both who perfectly personify this wonderful verse, which I was meditating about, and I would like to speak about this wonderful verse. It is from Prema Bhakti Chandrika, from Srila Narottama Das Thakur, and the verse goes like, śrī-caitanya-mano bhīṣṭaṁ shtabitam yena bhutale sayam rupo kotomayam dadadi svapadandikam. When will Srila Rupa Goswami give me the shelter of his lotus feet? Because he understood the innermost heart's desires of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was able to establish his mission in this world and is therefore very dear to the Lord. So this is a very central verse in Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhant and philosophy, and it shows clearly the central figure of Srila Rupa Goswami, who was very, very, very dear to Sriman Mahaprabhu. So Sri Rupa Goswami in Brajalila, he is Rupa Manjari, our dearmost Rupa Manjari, and as Gaudiya Vaishnavism, as practitioners of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we are actually followers of Rupa Goswami. We are called Rupanuga Vaishnavas. We follow Rupa Anuga. We follow Rupa Goswami with our Sadagdeha and with our Siddhadeha, our spiritual body. We follow Sri Rupa Manjari. As Rupa Goswami in Bhakti-rasamrita Sindhu so wonderfully gave us the information, and this verse in Bhakti-rasamrita Sindhu 1-295, Seva sadaka rupena sita rupena chatrahi tad bhavalipsuna karya vrachalokanu sarata. A sadhaka should serve Sri Krishna both in the Sadak Rupa and in the Siddha Rupa, in accordance with the bhav of the Brajbasis, who possess the same mood for which he aspires. So here Srila Rupa Goswami clearly delineates the way of performing Raganuga Bhakti, which is actually the innermost desire of Sriman Mahaprabhu, that Srila Rupa Goswami spreads this wonderful abhideya, this wonderful way of practicing Bhakti Yoga, Raganuga Bhakti. So, with our bodies, we follow the Sat Goswamis, Srila Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunadas Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and with our mentally conceived, by the grace of Sri Gurudev, given to us the information of our Guru Manjari, to our heart's ability and capacity. And this is actually the central point of Sriman Mahaprabhu's innermost desire. Mahaprabhu came and appeared in this world to taste the love of Radhika, her glories in feeling that love and the greatness of that love. So he came to experience the love Radhika feels for Krishna, but this was not his only desire. His desire was to let the jivas have this wonderful Ujjvala Rasa Svabhakti Shriyam in their hearts. So this is before Sriman Mahaprabhu appeared. This was never given before, this Ujjvala Rasa Svabhakti Shriyam, which clearly delineates Manjari Bhav Sadhana, because before Sakhya Bhav, in the mood of a girlfriend of Krishna, Krishna's Snehadik, who love Krishna more. This was given before, this was described before by great poets, but when Mahaprabhu appeared, this beautiful Ujjvala Rasa, Unatojjvala Rasa, Svabhakti Shriyam, this was never given before at any point. And this is his great gift, and his innermost desire was that Srila Rupa Goswami spread the message and spread the way how to perform this most wonderful Manjari Bhav Sadhana. Actually, Srila Rupa Goswami, in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he delineates, he really clearly shows us how to practice Raganuga Bhakti. And he says that actually Krishna tad bhakta karunya mata labaika hetuka pushti margataya kaishtidiyam raganugo jayati 1-2-309. The mercy of Krishna and his pure devotees is the only cause of attaining Raganuga Bhakti. Some call this type of devotion pushti marga. So Srila Rupa Goswami says that the mercy of the Vaishnavas is the only and ultimate cause of this appearance in our heart to practice Bhakti Yoga and Raganuga Bhakti, especially only the mercy of the Vaishnavas and Krishna, not our own endeavor. It is the mercy of Sriman Mahaprabhu through the heart, śrī-caitanya-mano bhīṣṭaṁ, through the heart of Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, that this mercy is available for every jiva in this fallen Kali Yuga age. And we are so fortunate that we are still in the presence of great Vaishnavas like Sadhu Maharaj. My Guru unfortunately left the earthly realm, but he is still very much present in our hearts and in the books he wrote and the commentaries. And the innermost desire of Sriman Mahaprabhu was expressed by Rupa Goswami, writing so many granthas, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjvala Linalmani. All the theaters and dramas are full of rasa and tattva siddhanta, and his followers like Narottam Das Thakur here clearly elaborated more deeply on this Unato Ujjvala Rasa Svabhakti Shriyam, this Manjari Bhav Sadhana, in the mood of a Manjari, of a Kinkari of Radhika, the innermost circle of Radhika's girlfriends. This innermost desire of Mahaprabhu was that all the jivas can have this and can take part in this wonderful practice of Raganuga Bhakti in the mood of a Manjari. And Srila Rupa Goswami, he clearly says that when one hears about the sweetness of their feelings, of the Ragatmikas, we are following the eternally perfected souls, Ragatmikas, we are Raganuga, we follow them. When one hears about the sweetness of their feelings like Rupa Manjari, for us Manjari Bhav Sadhakas, Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, when we hear about the sweetness of their feelings and the desire for attaining the same awakens in the consciousness without dependence on scripture and knowledge, this is a symptom of the awakening of greed. So when one hears about Shri Radharasa Sudanidhi, Shri Vilapa Kusumanjal, Shri, what is this? Utkalika Valari. When we hear these feelings of the Manjaris of Swamini, when we hear about their sweetness in dealing with our Swamini, and when in our hearts that desire awakens that we also want to perform or imbibe that special mood, like Rupa Goswami is saying, tad bhavalipsuna karya, according to the mood the sadhaka wishes to attain. So if we want to have that same mood of Rupa and Rati Manjari, who are none other than Rupa and Raghunath Das Goswami, when we follow them, when we imbibe their Mahavani into our hearts, we are certain to attain Brayojan, the highest goal of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, Unatotjvala Rasa Svabhakti Shriyam, this highest gift of Mahaprabhu, Manjari Bhav Sadhana, the beloved practice of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, who all have been Manjaris, who all say the same thing, that we should follow the lotus feet of Guru Manjari and Rupa Manjari and practice Manjari Bhav Sadhana. This was the innermost desire of Sri Mahaprabhu. And Srila Rupa Goswami, he himself said in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that by the mercy of Mahaprabhu, all the secrets have been revealed in his heart. He himself said this. And Srila Rupa Goswami was the one who understood Mahaprabhu perfectly. I think I remember when Mahaprabhu was dancing in front of the carts of the Radha Yatra. Mahaprabhu was singing a seemingly mundane song about the love of a woman to a man. And nobody really understood, but Srila Rupa Goswami, he perfectly understood why Mahaprabhu was actually singing this verse, because he was perfectly in the mood of Swamini in love to her beloved Krishna. So Srila Rupa Goswami, he perfectly understood. And then Ramananda Roy, he praised Rupa Goswami so perfectly that the poetry of Rupa Goswami is the highest perfection we have here. And it is our good fortune that these granthas written by Srila Rupa Goswami are still available, and that persons like Srila Anantadas Babaji Maharaj, my Gurudev, and Srila Sadhu Maharaj, that they personify this beautiful Mano bhīṣṭaṁ. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada came to the Western world to preach and to also to spread the message of Rupa Goswami. Srila Narayan Maharaj came to the West and did the same. So these persons, I really have so much respect that they took it upon them to spread this wonderful, glorious Mano bhīṣṭaṁ, the innermost heart's desire of Mahaprabhu, to this world. And like I said, today is the appearance day of Srila Sadhu Maharaj, and he also, I know him so long, and I know him a long time. He is also a personification of this Mano bhīṣṭaṁ, this innermost desire. He doesn't speak anything else except he teaches from Radha Rasa Sutta-nidhi and Vilapa Kusumanjali about the glories of Swamini and the glories of Manjari Bhav Sadhana. So on such days like this, it is perfect to meditate upon the lotus feet of such great souls who personify this inner spirit, this innermost heart's desire of Mahaprabhu, and we meditate that they are here, they appeared in this world to give us this unimaginable gift to the fallen jivas, that we can start to practice and try to develop perfection in Manjari Bhav Sadhana, beginning from Acharya Ruchi, not much taste, more taste, more taste, more taste, the more we practice. So when we follow this, devotion full of sacred passion is called Ragatmika. If a fortunate soul becomes greedy for that devotion, after hearing about it, he will eagerly follow the feelings of the peoples of Braja without bothering about scriptural injunctions and logical arguments. Such is the nature of Raganuga Bhakti. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, and this is the essence. This is the essence of the innermost desire of Srila Rupa Goswami, of Srila Mahaprabhu. And Srila Rupa Goswami was the one who really in perfection brought this innermost desires, this Mano bhīṣṭaṁ, this Unadachvala Rasa Bhakti, Swabhakti Shriyam, devotion to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, in the mood of a maidservant, a manjari, to the jivas in this world. Srila Rupa Goswami, he did this, and he did this perfectly. And those who follow Rupa Goswami, and in his Siddhadeha Rupa Manjari, those persons, they personify this Mano bhīṣṭaṁ, this inner heart's most desire, and such sadhus are glorious, and such sadhus should be glorified, and we should all take the dust of their lotus feet, because without the mercy, like Rupa Goswami said, this is the ultimate cause. This is the ultimate cause of everything, but especially in Raganuga Bhakti Sadhana, the mercy of the Vaishnavas, and for us, the mercy of Sri Guru. And the Vaishnavas is the Alpha and the Omega. It's the Alpha and the Omega. Without the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas, not anything can be done. Yasya prasado bhagavat prasado, yasya prasado nakati kutopi. Nothing is possible, nothing will happen if we don't glorify the lotus feet of Guru and Vaishnava. They are They are the representatives of this śrī-caitanya-mano bhīṣṭaṁ, this innermost heart's desire, that we can come very, very close to our beloved Swamini, that we can take shelter, like Rupa Goswami said, Seva Sataka Rupena, Siddha Rupena Chatrahi, that we can take shelter with this body, following the instructions of my Gurudev, your Gurudev, everyone's Gurudev who follows the Goswami instructions, Rupa Raghunath Goswami instructions. And if we follow this with our Sadhakdeha, and we have the fortune that our Gurudev has instructed us about our Siddhadeha, our perfect, mentally conceived until perfection is reached, a mentally conceived Siddhadeha as a manjari in our thinking and meditation and smaran, we are utterly blessed, and we should be so thankful that this gift is still available in this quite crazy world, I have to say. So we have to take shelter with Manjari Bhav Sadhana, starting and then going through the process of Bhakti Yoga with this thankfulness. And this was this meditation which came to me, this Mano bhīṣṭaṁ. Rupa Goswami, he understood perfectly what was needed to save the jivas of this world. And the innermost heart's desire of Mahaprabhu was to spread Raganuga Bhakti, to teach about the glories of our Swamini and her maidservants. It doesn't mean that everything else is negligent or it's not necessary, but especially this was at the center of his Mano bhīṣṭaṁ, this Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, and this in the mood of a manjari. This is actually what is the innermost heart's desire. And there is one more very beautiful verse. Let me check. Let me one check. Yes, this was. Yeah, this is this. We should develop this eagerness, this lobha, by hearing about the pastimes of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, in the mood of a manjaris, and by hearing from sadhus with faith, with deep, deep faith, hanging on to the lips of the sadhus, our hearts will be free from the contamination, and this wonderful rays of bhav can enter into our heart if we make it a nice place for these rays to come into with humility and shraddha and nishtha, so that these rays of Raganuga Bhakti can enlighten our hearts, that we can actually feel ourselves and be aware, avesh, of our true self as a manjari. And this happens only by the mercy of Sri Guru. This is what is the essence of everything. This Mano bhīṣṭaṁ, this innermost heart's desire of Mahaprabhu, is so dear to Rupa Goswami, and he really took the effort and wrote so many granthas. And like I said, many persons are personifications in the last years of this wonderful Mano bhīṣṭaṁ, and we should be thankful to them, and we should praise their lotus feet. And this was my input, my meditation, my inspiration today, that we should always remember this Mano bhīṣṭaṁ of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every day. When we practice our sadhana, it's not so easy, I know, but when we have this in front of our mind, that this was the actual heart's desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most merciful, the most magnanimous incarnation of the Lord, of Radha and Krishna in the mood of Swamini. This is actually very helpful, and I hope I could share something. śrī-caitanya-mano bhīṣṭaṁ sthapitaṁ yena bhūtale. When will Rupa Goswami put me to his lotus feet, and Rupa Manjari then introduce us to Swamini? This is our goal, this is the prayojan, and we all pray for that. So this is what I wanted to share. Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Radhe.